Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of EDU 600 Research Methods and Techniques. I hope you're doing well today. Yep, the weather report, beautiful sunny day today here in Topsom, up to maybe even 50, 55, but then some more spring-like, Maine spring-like weather coming in tomorrow and the next day. So welcome to week number 11. Week number 11 starts on Monday, April 7th. So let's get right to the materials. Week number 11 is about mixed methods, and there's a bunch of you that have mixed methods research as part of your 6 that you're going to need for the final assignment. Now, simply put, mixed methods is a combination of both two types of, well, generally qualitative and quantitative research. And so before I go on, if you do have a mixed method study, 1, 2, 3, as part of your 6 that you're going to need for the final critique, the final assignment, please only focus in on one of the methods or one of the types, meaning if you have, you're going to have qualitative and quantitative in one research paper. You can focus on one of those. You don't have to cover both of those spaces. That's creating a lot of extra work for yourself. So whatever you choose, pick one and just mention which one you are focusing in on. So simply put, mixed methods is a combination of both types, qualitative and quantitative, and oftentimes it is used to try to figure out a little more detail on the topic at hand. And to give you just a very brief idea, when I was working for the state of Maine, we did some research into branding the community forestry program, which is street trees. You drive around Portland, all of the trees in Portland are tagged, etc. Bangor, I can go down the list of the Tree City USA towns, cities in Maine. So if you think about what we were doing, we were trying to brand our community forestry program. And in the forestry program, what we did first was send out a survey. And a survey, as you know, you might be using a 5 or 7 point Likert scale. It is going to give you numbers. So the question is, what do you think about the name? Just say project. What do you think about canopy? And we would get, I think our Likert was on a 5 scale. So just say you would get 4.2 on one question, etc., etc. So we have the information. People have chimed in on what canopy means to them. Is it a powerful word, etc. But there were some outliers, and we didn't quite understand what the numbers meant. So we decided to work with a marketing firm in Portland, and I can't remember the name, maybe Critical Insights, but we did a series of focus groups where we would bring people in and we would do the same thing as we did in the survey. So the survey was quantitative research. The focus groups was qualitative research. And what we did find were some really interesting results. Not everybody thought that the word canopy was a warm, inviting thing. And I think there were 2 individuals that were actually in Vietnam who were part of the focus groups that thought canopy was in effect a scary thing. It wasn't a protective thing. And both of them shared about being in a forest in Vietnam that was napalm, that was, set ablaze, and this is wartime. So in our case, we ended up going with that because we ended up going with the term Project Canopy, largely because of what we heard, not because of those 2 individuals, because overwhelmingly people thought canopy was a warm and inviting thing. So that's just a very brief example of mixed methods. It's a combination of both. Sometimes it starts with the qualitative side. Sometimes it starts with the quantitative side. So that's a brief survey. Let's get right to the materials at hand. First of all, the video you're watching is posted now. I'd like you to read Chapter 13, Mixed Methods, and especially for those that have research articles that will be used in the final assignment, I particularly ask you to pay attention to this particular week. I'd like you to read one of the two articles. We have two that you can choose. And then here's the advance organizer for the following week, which is April 14th. And we will be coming up, I'm not going to cover it now, but we will be covering next week in the article captures, and the article captures are actually going to be done, excuse me, the data matrix is due on April 21st. So that's, that's 2.5 weeks away from now. 2.5 weeks away from now. So that is it for me. Just a heads up, I am traveling the next couple of days. So if you need me, I will be on, I'll be online probably up until about 2 today, and I'll be back online tomorrow. It's not like I'm going anywhere exotic or anything, but I'm just going to be away from my computer for a while. You can also call me, leave a message, and I'd be happy to call back. And one last thing, I just wanted to come into here, the assignments. So the experimental critique, as you know, is due today. If you need an extra day, that is fine. Once again, I probably will not start grading these until Sunday, but I may start grading them as soon as tomorrow. So I can tell you already, we've about half of the class that have submitted them. If you have not, please do so by the end of today, at very latest the end of tomorrow. And if you can't submit them by the end of the day tomorrow, just shoot me an email and we can work something out. So that's it from me. Stay well, everybody, and I will see you online. And thanks for your due diligence getting to this part of the class. We only have a few weeks left, and I applaud you for the effort. So see you online. Bye.